Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life when we feel overwhelmed by our struggles, and the instinct is to reach out and share our problems with others. It's natural to want support, to seek understanding, and to hear comforting words. But today I want to share with you a truth that might challenge conventional wisdom. Don't share your problems. Now, I'm not saying you should carry everything alone or avoid seeking help when necessary. What I am saying is that there is power in privacy. There is strength in choosing when and how to open up. There is a profound sense of self-reliance that you cultivate when you stop sharing your problems indiscriminately. When you keep your struggles to yourself, you empower yourself to navigate your own path. You don't need to depend on the validation or sympathy of others to find your way. You have all the tools you need inside of you to rise above any challenge. Think about it. When you share your problems, especially with the wrong people, you open yourself up to judgment. Their advice might come from a place of love, but it may not be what you need in that moment. It could even make you feel more isolated, as if you're incapable of handling things on your own. The truth is, their judgments or opinions don't define your worth or your strength. Moreover, when we talk about our problems too much, we can inadvertently drain our own energy. The emotional burden we carry can become heavier when we project it onto others. Rather than uplifting us, it can leave us feeling like we're stuck in an endless cycle of negativity. And here's something important to remember. Inner peace comes from within. When you keep your problems private, you protect your emotional well-being. You have the space to process, to think clearly, and to figure out your next steps without external distractions. In those quiet moments, you'll find the wisdom you need to heal and move forward. What happens when you don't share your problems? You start focusing more on solutions than on the problem itself. Instead of wallowing in the struggle, you shift your attention to how to overcome it. You begin to see possibilities rather than obstacles. I encourage you to reflect on this. When life gets tough, find your strength in silence. Protect your peace. Trust yourself. Believe in your ability to face anything head-on. Your power lies not in how much you share, but in your ability to stand tall in the face of adversity, knowing that you have everything you need within you to overcome. When we share our problems with others, we often feel a sense of relief, thinking that opening up will help us find solutions, or at least gain some understanding. However, one of the most profound realizations you can have in life is that privacy is empowerment. This is not to say that you should avoid sharing your struggles with trusted individuals, but there is an undeniable strength in choosing to hold some things close to your heart and mind. In a world that values vulnerability, we often get encouraged to share our emotions, our difficulties, and our pain with those around us. The narrative is that by being open, we can receive comfort, advice, or even just a listening ear. While this can be beneficial in certain contexts, the reality is that constantly sharing our problems can sometimes strip us of our power and sense of agency. When we open up too much, we risk becoming dependent on others for emotional support, and that can leave us feeling like we're powerless to handle our struggles on our own. The truth is, keeping certain struggles private allows you to preserve your inner strength. When you choose not to share every problem, you create a space within yourself to reflect, to process, and to make decisions based on your own experiences and values. This sense of privacy isn't about building walls or shutting people out. Rather, it's about finding the space to trust yourself, to lean into your own wisdom, and to develop the resilience that comes from navigating challenges independently. There's an undeniable power in privacy. It is the difference between feeling exposed and vulnerable and feeling solid and grounded in your own sense of self. When you share your struggles with others too often, you may inadvertently feel like you're giving away parts of your power. You place your emotional well-being in the hands of others, hoping they will help you solve the issue or make you feel better. However, true empowerment comes from realizing that you are the one who ultimately has the ability to overcome challenges. While support and guidance are valuable, they should not be the foundation of your strength. Your strength must come from within. When you keep certain problems to yourself, you are reinforcing your own belief in your capabilities. You are telling yourself, I am capable of handling this. I have the strength to face this challenge on my own. It's in these moments of solitude, of self-reflection, that you build the inner resources needed to overcome obstacles. Instead of looking outside yourself for answers, you start looking inward, gaining clarity and confidence as you navigate through the storm. There is also a significant psychological benefit to keeping your problems private. Often, when we share our difficulties with others, we risk hearing their opinions and judgments, which can sometimes be misinformed or unhelpful. Even if people care for you, their advice may not always align with your own intuition or what you feel is best for your situation. This can lead to confusion and even self-doubt as you try to sift through the noise of external opinions and find what truly resonates with you. On the other hand, by keeping your struggles to yourself, you create a space where your thoughts are not clouded by outside voices. You have the freedom to explore solutions, to confront your fears, and to learn from your experiences without the added pressure of others' expectations. This process of self-discovery can be incredibly empowering. You begin to realize that the most important advice you'll ever receive comes not from others, but from your own heart, your own mind, and your own soul. In addition, keeping your problems private allows you to maintain control over the narrative of your life. When you constantly share your difficulties with others, you risk being seen only through the lens of your problems. Your identity becomes defined by your struggles rather than your strengths. People may start to view you as someone who is always struggling, always facing challenges, and this can impact your self-esteem and how others perceive you. By holding some things close to your chest, you preserve the power to define your own story, to maintain your dignity, and to protect your sense of self-worth. Ultimately, the choice to keep your problems private is not about isolation or avoidance. It's about recognizing that you are capable of handling your own challenges. It's about embracing the power of privacy as a means of protecting your emotional well-being and fostering self-reliance. When you give yourself the opportunity to navigate your struggles alone, you are not only strengthening your resilience, but you are also affirming your belief in your own power and potential. So, the next time you find yourself facing a difficult situation, consider whether sharing it with others is truly necessary. Ask yourself if you can find the strength within to face it on your own. When you choose to preserve your privacy and empower yourself in this way, you not only gain the strength to overcome the current challenge, but you also cultivate the resilience needed to face whatever life throws at you in the future. Handling your own problems and learning to rely on your own strength is one of the most powerful ways to grow as an individual. Self-reliance is not just a trait, it's a mindset, a way of navigating life that empowers you to face challenges without feeling the need to lean on others for constant support. In a world that often encourages dependency and shared burdens, cultivating self-reliance can seem like a radical idea. Yet it is through solving our own problems that we come to understand the depth of our capabilities and resilience. When we constantly share our problems with others, there is a tendency to become dependent on them for emotional validation or solutions. This dependence might feel comforting in the short term, but in the long run it can rob us of our independence. We start believing that our solutions and peace of mind come from external sources rather than from within ourselves. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we need others to fix things for us, but in reality the true power lies in solving problems independently. Every time you tackle a challenge on your own, you strengthen your sense of self-worth and increase your confidence in your ability to face life's complexities. Self-reliance teaches you to trust yourself. It helps you realize that you have everything you need inside of you to deal with adversity. There is a deep satisfaction that comes from solving problems by yourself, even if the process is difficult. It's not about denying help when it's needed, but rather about understanding that you are fully capable of finding your own solutions. You can reflect on your own experiences, trust your instincts, and take actions that align with your values and your vision for your life. By doing this, you affirm that you have control over your circumstances and that you can navigate life on your own terms. The journey towards self-reliance is not always easy. It involves facing the discomfort of not having immediate answers and the fear of making mistakes. However, it is through these very experiences that we grow. We develop a deeper understanding of who we are, what we want, and how we function in the world. This understanding empowers us to make more informed decisions, to trust our judgment, and to take action without constantly second-guessing ourselves. Each time we solve a problem independently, we move one step closer to the realization that we are fully capable of managing whatever life throws our way. In the process of developing self-reliance, we also learn the importance of patience. Solving problems often takes time, and the journey isn't always straightforward. There will be moments of frustration, moments when you question whether you're on the right path, and moments when you want to give up. However, when you choose to face these challenges head-on, rather than seeking quick fixes from others, you learn to sit with discomfort and let it pass. You begin to realize that patience is an essential part of the process of growth. It's in those moments of quiet persistence that your inner strength truly shines. Furthermore, self-reliance fosters problem-solving skills that are invaluable throughout life. Every problem you face is an opportunity to develop critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence. When you rely on others too often, you bypass the opportunity to strengthen these skills. However, when you face your problems on your own, you begin to think outside the box, seek different perspectives, and adapt to the situation in ways that will best serve your growth. With every challenge you overcome independently, you sharpen these skills, making you better equipped to handle future obstacles. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself from others or reject help when it's genuinely needed. It's about balancing interdependence with self-reliance. Yes, it's important to ask for help when you don't have the answers or when you're dealing with something beyond your scope of understanding. However, it's also important to first exhaust your own resources, to tap into your own mind and instincts before looking outward. By doing so, you affirm your own value, your own worth, and your own ability to handle whatever comes your way. Self-reliance also strengthens your resilience. Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. There will be times when you feel completely overwhelmed or uncertain about your next move. It is during these times that self-reliance becomes your greatest asset. Knowing that you can handle difficult situations by yourself gives you the resilience to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward, no matter how challenging things may seem. It builds your emotional fortitude, allowing you to face adversity with courage and resolve. In the end, the power of self-reliance lies not just in solving problems independently, but in the mindset it cultivates. It teaches you to trust your abilities, to embrace challenges, and to move through life with a sense of confidence that no external validation can provide. The more you practice self-reliance, the more you realize that you are capable of navigating life's difficulties with grace and strength. And in doing so, you create a life that is shaped not by the circumstances you face, but by the choices you make and the resilience you build along the way. When you choose to keep your struggles private, you create a space where you are in full control of your narrative. Life is filled with ups and downs, and each person's experience is unique. But one of the most empowering aspects of navigating challenges is the ability to choose how much you share and with whom. Your story belongs to you, and preserving certain aspects of it ensures that you remain the author of your journey, not allowing outside influences to shape how you are perceived or how you perceive yourself. There's power in maintaining control over your personal narrative. When you constantly share your problems with others, there is a risk of being defined by those problems rather than by your strengths or your potential. The more you share your struggles, the more you might find yourself labeled or seen through the lens of what you are going through. This can be particularly limiting, as others may begin to define you by the difficulties you face instead of recognizing the full scope of who you are. In essence, you risk losing the ability to control how others see you and ultimately how you see yourself. But by keeping certain things private, you take back that control. When you guard your privacy, you also protect your self-emission. Everyone has challenges, but how you view yourself is crucial to your growth and success. If you constantly broadcast your issues, you may begin to see yourself as someone who is always struggling. This perception can impact your self-esteem and your belief in your ability to overcome adversity. However, when you maintain some level of privacy, you allow yourself the space to be seen for who you truly are. You can focus on your strengths, your ambitions, and your successes, which are the aspects of your life that truly define you. By keeping your struggles private, you remind yourself that you are more than just the obstacles in your life. You are a person with great potential, resilience, and the capacity for growth. By choosing what to share and what to keep private, you preserve your emotional energy. Constantly discussing your problems with others can lead to emotional exhaustion, as it often requires you to relive your struggles and revisit painful emotions. While talking about problems can provide relief in some situations, too much focus on your difficulties can drain you emotionally and prevent you from finding solutions. When you maintain your privacy, you give yourself the chance to heal and move forward without continually rehashing the pain of your experiences. You can process your emotions in a more constructive way, seeking solutions and finding peace within yourself without being overwhelmed by external perspectives. Maintaining privacy allows you to set boundaries in your relationships. Not everyone needs to know the details of your life, and it's perfectly acceptable to protect certain aspects of your journey. Boundaries are essential for emotional well-being, as they allow you to maintain your sense of self and keep your relationships balanced. When you share too much, especially with people who may not be equipped to support you, or who may offer unhelpful advice, you risk compromising your emotional health. Keeping your problems to yourself allows you to protect your energy and choose wisely who you share your deepest concerns with, ensuring that you only open up to those who truly understand and respect your boundaries. Privacy also fosters personal growth. When you face challenges alone, you give yourself the opportunity to discover your own strengths and solutions. This process helps you develop critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and emotional intelligence. You may not always have the answers immediately, but by taking the time to reflect and work through your difficulties, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your capability. This process can lead to profound personal growth, as it teaches you to trust your instincts, to adapt to new situations, and to rise above obstacles with resilience and grace. In doing so, you create a stronger sense of self, one that is grounded in your own experiences and wisdom. By keeping your struggles private, you are also safeguarding your peace of mind. Constantly discussing your problems with others can invite unsolicited advice or judgment, which can cloud your thinking and add to your stress. People may offer opinions that are not in line with your values or that make you question your own decisions. The more people you involve in your problems, the more you may feel torn between competing perspectives. In contrast, when you keep your struggles to yourself, you allow yourself the peace to think clearly and make decisions based on what feels right for you. You are not swayed by others' opinions or expectations, and you can move forward with clarity and confidence. Maintaining privacy gives you the space to develop resilience. Life's challenges are inevitable, and while it's important to seek help when needed, resilience is built in the moments when you face adversity on your own. By choosing not to share everything, you give yourself the opportunity to build your inner strength. You learn to navigate difficult situations with patience, perseverance, and determination. Each time you face a challenge and keep moving forward, even in the face of difficulty, you strengthen your resilience and grow as a person. Over time, this resilience becomes a powerful asset that helps you handle future challenges with greater ease and confidence. The decision to keep certain struggles private is not about isolation or rejection of support. It's about taking control of your story and preserving your inner strength. It allows you to maintain a sense of autonomy and emotional well-being, protecting your self-image and fostering personal growth. By choosing privacy, you affirm that you are in charge of your journey and that you are strong enough to overcome whatever life brings your way, all while preserving your peace of mind and personal dignity. In life, we all face challenges, and sometimes the burden of these difficulties can feel overwhelming. It's easy to want to share what you're going through with others, seeking understanding, sympathy, or guidance. However, one of the most empowering choices you can make is to keep your struggles to yourself and avoid overloading others with your problems. By doing this, you not only preserve your own emotional strength, but you also prevent burdening others with your difficulties, which is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships and ensuring that your emotional well-being remains intact. When you constantly share your problems with others, there is a tendency to create a cycle of emotional dependence. You may find yourself turning to the same people over and over again for reassurance or solutions. While this may feel comforting in the moment, it prevents you from developing the internal resources necessary to deal with life's challenges independently. The more you rely on others for emotional validation, the less you learn how to cope on your own. This reliance can quickly lead to a sense of vulnerability and emotional exhaustion, leaving you feeling even more depleted than before. Therefore, by choosing to keep your struggles private, you give yourself the opportunity to become more self-reliant, stronger, and better equipped to handle adversity. In addition to fostering emotional independence, keeping your problems to yourself helps protect others from unnecessary emotional strain. Many people in our lives are already carrying their own burdens, and while they may care about us deeply, they can only offer so much emotional support before their own well-being begins to suffer. When you constantly share your problems with others, you risk burdening them with your struggles. This doesn't mean that you should isolate yourself or avoid asking for help when needed, but it's essential to recognize that not everyone can or should bear the weight of your difficulties. By keeping certain aspects of your life private, you show consideration for others, preserving the balance in your relationships, and ensuring that your challenges don't drain the emotional energy of those around you. There is also a certain empowerment that comes from solving problems on your own. When you face challenges without immediately turning to others for support, you learn to trust your instincts and judgments. You tap into your own creativity and resourcefulness, finding ways to address issues without relying on external opinions. This self-sufficiency strengthens your resilience, helping you feel more confident in your ability to handle future difficulties. You begin to understand that you don't need to share every problem with others to feel supported. Instead, you realize that you have the internal strength and wisdom to navigate life's obstacles on your own. Furthermore, by choosing to keep your struggles private, you maintain control over your emotional landscape. Constantly sharing your issues with others can sometimes lead to the misinterpretation of your emotions or create unnecessary drama. People may offer advice that doesn't align with your values, or they may inadvertently exacerbate your feelings by projecting their own fears and worries onto your situation. By keeping your problems to yourself, you avoid these external influences and allow yourself the space to process your emotions in a way that feels authentic to you. You give yourself the freedom to reflect, heal, and come to your own conclusions without the influence of others' judgments or opinions. In addition to this, keeping your problems private can help you maintain your dignity. It's not about pretending that everything is fine when it's not, but rather about holding your head high and taking ownership of your journey. Sharing every difficulty you face with others can sometimes make you feel exposed and vulnerable in a way that doesn't feel empowering. There's a sense of pride in keeping your struggles to yourself and tackling them head-on. It shows that you have the courage to face the tough moments of life without needing constant reassurance or sympathy. This sense of dignity reinforces your self-worth and reminds you that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. By maintaining privacy, you also create space for personal growth and introspection. When you face a challenge, it's easy to get caught up in the emotions of the moment. But choosing to keep your struggles private allows you the time and space to reflect on the situation without external noise. You can evaluate your actions, your choices, and your responses. Allowing for a deeper understanding of yourself, this introspection can help you learn valuable lessons from your difficulties and use them as stepping stones for future growth. It encourages you to look inward for the answers, rather than relying on others to provide them. Privacy in the face of problems can also enhance your ability to help others in the future. When you face challenges and learn how to handle them on your own, you develop a set of tools, strategies, and coping mechanisms that you can later share with others. Your personal growth and resilience become a source of inspiration and guidance for those who may be going through similar struggles. By keeping your own problems private and handling them with grace, you not only take care of yourself, but also become a stronger, more capable person who can offer meaningful support to others when the time comes. In the end, keeping your struggles private is not about isolation or avoidance. It's about taking responsibility for your own emotional well-being, respecting the emotional boundaries of others, and empowering yourself to face life's challenges with confidence and strength. It allows you to maintain control over your narrative, protect your relationships, and develop the resilience necessary to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. By choosing privacy, you show the world and yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way.